The background is okay?
Perfect. Okay. So hello guys. This is Love Affair with Life. And hi, my name is Khushbu Bhardwaj. I'm a personality development trainer, a certified life coach, a blogger, and a research scholar. Today we have with us Miss Seema Badaya, and let's hear from her who she is. Ma'am.
Well, hello, everybody. I'm Seema Badaya, a housewife. You can also call me a homemaker, a domestic engineer, or a domestic manager. Whichever name you give it to me, I am okay with that. And I'm very proud of it. Let me tell you something about myself. I'm a knowledge seeker and a lifelong learner. Since my child somewhere, I had read somewhere that education is the passport to the future. So the future belongs, tomorrow belongs to those who prepare in the present. And that those words remained etched in my subconscious mind. And I was always on the spree of learning new things every now and then since my childhood. So during my college days and school days, I was learning all sorts of things. Like you have to be the perfect, as you know, you have to be the perfect bahu and all that. So you should know everything, the master of all things. So by the side, by till the graduation, I was learning mm, maybe the stitching, embroidery, or you can say painting, photography, and interior designing. And I don't remember, the all sorts of things which I kept doing. Definitely, along with my studies, I was participating in quizzes, debates, and I gave my CAT examinations. I was selected for the intercollegiate painting competition. So I was everywhere. And that learning still continues. That's my passion. And definitely reading books, that makes me alive every day. And that's a passion which I just got from my father. Like every day with a cup of tea, we used to sit reading the Times of India newspaper. And it's just imbibed into my system. I still can't get up without the newspaper. So that's me. And I graduated from Annam College of Commerce and Economics, did my BCom from that, and that's Bombay University. And after that, I was simultaneously pursuing my law and did a diploma in systems management from NIIT. So things were there. Then I got married, and the learning procedure was still on. So with my kids and family, I just created a job for myself, and that was investing in the family, looking for the holistic development for the whole family where each and everyone evolved. I realized that if a person comes out happy from the family, he shares happiness into the whole world. And happiness is like wildfire. So that was my mission, that the each and every family member should just go out of the house spreading happiness everywhere as they're happy inside and out. And through all that I was pursuing, I was doing workshops and diploma. I did diploma from IIM on leadership and entrepreneurship skills. And then I went to ISB. I did a workshop on managing business, family business. And then I attended from Economic Times. I did a course from business and course management in business, right? And one more thing from Thai, yeah, I did a leadership and empowerment course for women, right? So that journey is still there, and that remains into me, that learning should never stop. And that brings excitement every day in my life and makes me happy too when I connect with people. And I am the person who knows each and everything about everything. So, but yeah, this I never knew how it was going to help me. It helped me. My kids, they just bloomed out. Must say, and I'm so proud to say that my daughter has done her double masters from Massachusetts Institute of Technology and Harvard simultaneously in 3 years. And my son, he's graduated from Oxford, and they are both doing well and very successful. And to top of it, I get compliments that they are such wonderful human beings. That's the best compliment which makes me happy every day. And that happiness spreads to each and everyone, to the person whom I meet, and they always see me smiling and happy. So I think you all housewives, you should all know that we are the future. We are going to create a happy nation. So invest in yourselves, come out, empower yourselves, and just show the world what we are, right? So
Amazing,
just rise
amazing,
up, keep
wonderful,
smiling.
wonderful, amazing. That has been an inspiring introduction. I think that gives us a reason to smile, right? So,
Yes.
if I ask you, I mean, from where have you started this happiness journey? I mean, you shifted from Mumbai to Jaipur, so how many hardships, and then family. So living a free bird life to a caged life where you had to manage everything, And then what made you smile? What made you? How you managed to be happy, to remain happy?
When I mean, definitely it was, I mean, from a free life to a caged life, because I used to think I'm just in a four walls of the world, and books were my friends. I mean, I didn't have a family or friends over here. But then I realized that I have a future to look upon as I watched my kids, and I owed a responsibility towards them. So I just invested into them. As I was reading books, they just followed me. See, just like mother, like daughter and son. And I could realize that they were as intelligent, and I need to give time to them. So I mean, I just time passed by. And every time when I was feeling down, I was doing courses like art of living, pranic healing, or hypnotherapy, or some Brahma Kumaris doing meditations and all that. And the self-help books were there. So they just kept me alive, and they used to just push me. Even when I was down, they would push me back again and to the, just march forward. And somehow, I mean, just falling and rising, I mean, it never made a difference to me, and I was happy throughout. Okay, just forget the past, forget the negatives and all that. Somehow I feel even the self-help books have made a great difference too, and all those courses. I mean, I did a landmark forum right now, so I keep on doing it.
So
I
you
keep
mean
on.
that continuous upskilling and continuous learning is the route to happiness because that charges you, that tells you that who you are, and that reminds you of your own capabilities, right?
Yes, because
Absolutely.
change is constant. But if you're, I believe that you see water. The water flowing is always in the purest form. But if it's not flowing, it gets stale. You get all those algae and all that. So your life should be always flowing. You should be flowing and learning and growing and upscaling. And you
Only
never
then
know.
can we be pure, right? In a purest
Yes, and
form.
then you never know. I mean, this knowledge is yours. This is the greatest treasure. Nobody can steal it from you. You know, not even diamonds and gold. I mean, this is the best treasure you have,
True,
and you
true.
own it, right?
And
Nobody
you own
can
it.
have it. Yeah.
I remember I remember there was a time when I refused to change because we all are happy, someday or the other. We are happy where we are. So there was a time when I was happy with what I was doing. I was, in my own comfort zone. And then there came a time where I started feeling so caged and I started feeling, really unhappy. And what am I doing with my life? And that's when I realized that, what the one thing that I stopped doing is changing my own self. And then I started again. Then I stood up again, be it personal branding, be it reading new books, be it joining some new courses. So recently I finished this course in happiness, and this actually taught me that changing yourself, changing situations around, and that gives you immense happiness because that upskills you, that fills you with so much knowledge, and of course that brings you closer to networking and people. So it was change that we met.
Yeah,
It was change
definitely.
in my career
Yeah.
that we got the opportunity to meet and I got to learn so much from you. And what's your idea about being in present? Does this
Yeah, that
does this
and
affect in any way to happiness? Any impact?
definitely. Definitely. I mean, if you're in the present, I mean, this is the moment, and this is the moment you have to live. And in Corona times, we realize that, right? The past is just like a poison. If you just keep on thinking, oh, those negative thoughts, that's a poison. You're hurt many times. But if you retain into yourself, that's a poison to your own self. So why retain those unwanted things? And just move forward and just think of it as an experience. I always thought, okay, this is whenever I face some difficulties, I thought, okay, this is the time for me to learn something. This gives me some learning. So, and how do I make the best use of it? That's a challenge. And how should I overcome that? So that mindset really helped me to grow. Even definitely, we all face our ups and downs, but the things which kept me going was take it as a challenge, keep moving, keep learning, and that really helped me overcome all the challenges in my life. So
Mhm. But in today's youth, I hear this question a lot that, ma'am, how to remain happy in the present, or how to be content with the present, because our past hampers our thinking a lot. It creates limiting beliefs and future. This is so uncertain, especially after COVID. The jobs are uncertain, the business market is so uncertain. So they are also tensed up. So going ahead, how are we going to work? What are we going to earn? And the past. So, how do you think that should be managed?
That's a very good question, Khushbu, and I really like it because I see it's everywhere around. I see depression, I see suicides, I see people are so unhappy with themselves. They keep complaining and regrets in their lives, and then they have so many diseases in their body. And suddenly I realized that with my journey of life, I have realized that it's no use. I mean, keeping and thinking about the negative things. And an idle mind is a devil's mind. So first thing, keep yourselves busy in whatever way you can do. Serve the people, get the blessings from the people, and just see how their blessings and happiness makes you smile. So that's the first thing which I adopted in my life. So whenever I would meet some youngsters or anyone, I would just talk them over and they would just open up their hearts to me. And you know just communication helps. So share your thoughts and ideas with the person whom you think you can share. And you know what, when you are in a problem, you don't have the solution, but the other person who listens to you, he has a problem because he's not facing that, so he can speak to you in an open mind. And besides that, even yoga, meditations, and all really helps. So you just go to the inside journey of yours, and then you realize what's important in your life, what's your priorities, where you have to focus on, and have to move. And definitely, I mean, just think of it. Any difficulties, I mean, they're not going to remain. कहते हैं ना, this shall pass. There's a story about that this too shall pass. So that we have days and nights. So after every night, there's a dawn. So keep that into our mind. Okay, this too shall pass, and we are going to go. And definitely manifest things. Think positive. I mean, these things really work. I mean, the universe understands your feelings. So send those positive emotions, send those dreams of yours, and you will
We've
never know.
experienced this so much, haven't
Yeah,
we?
I experienced it. I have experienced it, and every day I'm experiencing it right
Every day
now.
we are experiencing it.
Yeah, because you
Absolutely
have those positive mindset,
true.
you're just imagining, you're manifesting those dream of yours. I must share this with you. I was just thinking of myself. Okay, I should think now what next. My kids are grown up and I should do something for myself. And suddenly, I mean, maybe the manifestation, I'm getting help from everywhere. And people are just saying me, come out, you have to show up yourself. And thank you to Khushbu also. I mean, she was the one, she kept motivating me, ma'am, you should do it. So there are, I mean, the universe is there to help you out. Just seek those blessings and help. I mean, everyone is there. There are angels around you. Have this positive mindset, believe in it, have faith in it, and you'll just bloom and flourish and be happy.
Yes. So it's
So
it's exactly, this reminds me of that story. I mean, people say that grass is always greener on the other side, but the
yes,
reality is the grass is greener on the side where you water it more. So
yes,
you water the grass and it blooms, and then you feel like कि चलो इसमें खाद दे देते हैं, चलो इसमें कुछ और कर देते हैं. You experiment a little bit more, you study more, and then you grow more. But the other
that's your
side
life.
where you are planting, exactly where you are not watering it, it is not blooming, and then you're so disappointed that every time I planted it doesn't give me fruits. So it's better leave it that way. It's exactly the same way. And I also read it somewhere, if I compare this to happiness, that you we all have chains, and these are chains which are there in our head. The other day we were talking and you gave me the example of an elephant, that
Yeah,
how he has, this person has changed the baby elephant, right, so
in his
hard that
child,
he couldn't
in his
move.
childhood. Yeah,
Yeah, in his childhood. And
that's a
then
mindset.
that's the mindset. And
Yeah.
when the elephant grew up, he couldn't move because he thought that I'm still in chains and I won't be able to break it. So it's exactly like that. Our happiness is, from our childhood, it's been taught to us that do not laugh more. Nazar lag jayegi. The more you laugh, the more you'll cry. Be inside the house, don't go out. Why were you laughing with those people? What was this issue in class? I remember when we used to laugh, our teacher used to ask us, come in front and tell the entire class why were you laughing. So these are things, the education system has changed, a lot of things have changed, but this mentality is still there that I am laughing, will I have to cry the same with the same intensity? It comes in my mind also sometimes. It's so
Yeah, it
funny.
does.
It's so
Because
funny.
it's a deep conditioning, what
Deep
happens right
conditioning,
from
deep
the
conditioning.
childhood. I mean, we are taught this, okay, Kali will, I mean, Billi ne rasta kaat diya, and you will have an unfavorable day. And you are attracting, as soon as you think of it, you're attracting
You're
those things.
attracting.
फिर तो सब गलत होगा. हम जिससे पानी का ग्लास अपने हाथ में ऐसे रहता है, लगता है छूट जाएगा. And वो सचमुच गिर जाता है. Because you're attracting that thing, right? So it's just like that. But I mean, I think through learning and all that, you realize that these are all limiting beliefs. We are just conditioned that you have to marry at a particular age, or you have to do this at a particular age. You have to obey the elders. You just don't. You just can't make decisions. You're a girl child, and you should be a obedient one, be a good wife or a good mother, or a good sister or something. And we are just okay. We want to be perfect in everything. We think, okay, we have to be the goddess of everything, and we just keep trying to please all others. But when do we please ourselves? And if your cup is not full, if you're not happy, how are you going to
True,
spread that
true,
happiness? So
true.
first realize that your cup should be filled up, so that you can just give it to
Fill it
others.
over and give it over
Give it
to
to
other people, right?
others. Yeah. So
Right.
I mean, the sacrificing part, that was ingrained, that okay, you should be sacrificing, and तुम्हें बहुत सहनशील होना चाहिए, patient होना चाहिए, और ये सब चीजें, I think, no,
Now the
live your
time is
life.
changing.
For the times are changing,
Live
live
for
your life,
yourself.
be happy first, love yourself first, and then spread the happiness.
True.
Be happy. Yeah.
Yeah. Uh, I think there is something wrong with Seema ji's camera. I just okay. So, what do you think about this idea? That these days people, and especially the youngsters, they look for happiness outside. So, for example, they click on, they'll post a photograph and they'll keep on waiting to see how many followers they get, how many likes they get, how many comments. So, this is the kind of happiness that they have attached to the external world. And here you're talking about learning, upskilling, book reading. These are heavy words for the youngsters. Do you think that what do you think about this? I mean, that long term happiness and fulfillment the external source of happiness?
See, there are two things. First thing, I mean, you need validation everywhere, right? Since a childhood, you're being taught like, okay, if you do this, I'll give you a toffee. So that thing gets in. Okay, if you're doing this, your mom will give you a toffee or a chocolate or a bat or a ball or something like that. So you seek that thing. You get into that habit. So you do something to get something to show off. Okay, if I do this, I mean, I get appreciation or I be known to people, and that goes on. So once you're young, you want those selfies and those likes and dislike. I mean, it's a process which just goes on. I mean, that conditioning, that learning, so it remains in your mind. So whenever you go out in the world, the same thing happens. Okay, Khushbu, how am I? And if you see my, you're looking very good, and that makes my day.
That
In
makes
fact, okay, I know you're looking very bad. So that's the thing. So
yeah.
unless until you are happy with yourself, you think, okay, I'm the confidence in yourself, you love yourself. You don't bother. I don't bother. Okay, what you're saying, I know what I am. So realize your self-worth, because each and every person is unique and we all are gifted. God has gifted us in so many ways. You have something, I have something. So just realize that and think that you are a special gift from God and you have those special abilities, right? But still now, I mean, people keep asking me, oh, you're just a housewife. I mean, they just think like that. But I'm happy with myself. So why should I bother? Okay, they are working, they are doing anything, it's their life. And why should I look at them? Okay, she's so successful. What does success means? to them, like to us.
True. Defining the true definition of success.
Yeah, two different. I'm happy and I'm successful, but I don't have to show it off. Why should I? I'm gonna boast it off because inside, if you're out, I don't need validation from others. Why should I say, okay, I'm not working or something? I'm proud to be a housewife and I am giving what others can't give. I'm sending people, happy people outside, which creates a happy society, a happy nation. So that is a valuable work without any payment. I don't need any payment because that's satisfaction which I get, which is invaluable. So that's a treasure. So why be happy with yourself with whatever you are? I mean, you're unique. Just assume that, and you can do wonders. You have the power within you.
True. So
Yeah.
I think the youngsters, and of course not only the youngsters, everybody needs to understand that this validation is very short term, and this is not long lasting, and this cannot lead you towards the success. The ultimate success comes from within, when you
Yes.
think that what I'm doing is right and what I'm doing is I'm proud of. I think that matters more than anything else.
Yeah, I somehow, you know what, I always believe in value-based education too. You know, right from this childhood, we have those moral stories and all that. I mean, those values get imbibed into you, and then you know what happens is, okay, this is right, this is wrong. But the thing is that still, with moral, I mean, you know, it's going to be a difficult journey if you're truthful and if you're honest and if you're, I mean, not hurting anybody. That's going to be a difficult journey. You're not manipulating others, you're not hurting others, you're not looking for short-term gains. That's going to be a difficult journey, but ultimately you'll be happy. I mean, at night you'll sleep peacefully. So I think take that long route maybe, but that's worth it. So I have realized that all those years I was at home, I mean, between the four walls, but it was, I mean, now I
Perfect.
realize that, you know, maybe the adversity was a blessing for me. So that's a journey which is really worth taking for. So just believe in yourself.
Be like a kid who enjoys every moment. Don't be
Yes,
like people who don't enjoy the present, who are
yes.
either in the past or in the future, dwelling in like a pendulum, and they can't be happy, right? So I think
Yes.
that we're talking
Ah,
about.
that thing I'm see that my son tells me I'm just a kid, like, you know, I keep dancing and just enjoying. And I have to think, okay, they are the mature people and they are pampering me. So be like a child, always be in the present. I just believe that there's no stress. So I mean, definitely the problems cease to exist because you're happy. So the problem will just fly away. Okay, okay, it doesn't matter to
It
her.
doesn't matter to her. she's
So be
not
like,
she's not made to have those
yeah.
problems in life. Okay, so
See, we all have it. I mean, in this Corona times, we experienced it. I mean,
we
even I
true.
lost my father, but then I kept myself busy. And you know, once you start giving, you see this happiness in other people. When you receive that, you forget. I mean, definitely you're sad and all that. I mean, those are the feelings we as usually experience. Something happens, but how to overcome them, and it's all upon you. Either you just dwell, keep crying and all that, or I mean, make others also unhappy. You know, I mean, keep them worried and all that, or you just move on. Okay, this is a phase of life, we have to accept it and just move on and try to make others happy and make the most valuable use of your time. You never know what is going to be happen next, so
True.
just make the most of it.
True.
So
On that valuable note, I think we have reached to seven ways, seven ways of happiness and
there
how
are
to bring
many
happiness.
ways,
There are
there
many
are
ways.
many
There are
ways.
many ways, but if we combine them all, so can I have seven ways of spreading happiness, starting with being in present and not dwelling
Yes,
in the past and the future?
being in the present, and the first and the foremost thing I would say, gratitude. We always keep complaining, so we just don't realize how much we have in our lives. We are so lucky, we have eyes, we have hands, and we have been, I mean, been given so much of food,
You
clothing, shelter. So write 10 blessings every day, see the wonders of how much you are being granted by the universe. Be
I
happy.
started this recently. I'm sorry, I'm cutting you short here, but I have a very, very, close story to share here. That I recently started writing gratitude, and I had anger issues. I was short tempered, and I had trust issues, and so many problems and issues in my life. When I started with this, gratitude journal, when I started writing gratitude, it's been, I mean, a few years now. This habit of short tempered nature, or getting angry easily, or throwing tantrums have just gone, like, altogether, because I started believing in people. I started believing that, in this world, there are things which are working in my favor. In the entire day, in 24 hours, what we do, we only complain, we only crib. There's only one time when we write gratitude, right? So those 10 minutes have changed my entire personality. I think I'm in love with that activity. Uh, yes. And third being, I think, being the present. Second being writing a gratitude journal. And third is live each day as if this is the just the beginning.
Beginning, or this is the moment, I mean, you will never get, like, maybe there's the last day of your life. So just live each and every moment or every day. So just
As
make it
if this
okay,
is
I
just
have to
the
just
beginning.
enjoy. Yeah, just think that, okay, this is my day, and every day get them in the morning, charge up. Okay, a new day, a new beginning. And what am I going to do? Plan your day, visualize your day, and just manifest it. And definitely, I mean, some things may go wrong, some things may go right, you never know, but just be happy. Okay, this is the flow, some things may go right, accept it, and work on it. Why? It's okay. And it's okay, be normal. I mean, you don't have to be perfect in each and everything, but you enjoy the journey. A journey is really worth, I mean, then the point which you reach, because after that there's nothing. So
There's nothing.
just enjoy the
And
journey.
I heard this somewhere, when we got married, I heard this somewhere. It said the way you met your husband or your boyfriend the first time, be like that forever, and you will see happiness and newness in the relationship forever. And me and my husband, both try to do the same. We try to meet each other, greet each other as if this is the first day we have met, and this actually,
That's
brings smile on our face. So
that's a wonderful thing, Khushbu, you shared. That's a wonderful thing, Khushbu, you
even
shared.
if we are arguing, there are times we argue, there are times we fight, there are times when we enter into, disagreements. But at the end of the day, we meet each other as if this is the first day, and this charges us. And I think fourth being be like a child. I think that's important. That's important for all of us to be like a child and break your chains and all your limiting beliefs.
Yes, that's really important. I mean, we all are conditioned. And still, I mean, if you think you are not conditioned, you are conditioned. You will see your actions and your expressions everywhere. Okay, just start saying, oh, you're so old. Age is a number. Or you will say, oh, this is not my thing. I mean, this is all your limiting belief. A girl can do this, a boy can do this, or you cannot do this. Or there are so
Whatever
many
you
things.
have thought of, you can achieve that. Whatever you can think of, it's there in the universe. Go out, but you just have to do some hard work, some
Live
learning,
life
some
king
study.
size and
King
dream your
size.
dream king size too. And
Dream
everything
king
is
size.
will give you on a platter. The universe is there to give
True.
you.
True.
Just think of it
Absolutely.
and work for it.
Absolutely.
Definitely, you have to work for it too. So to
Yes,
make
yes.
it achieve, yeah,
And
there is
before
no gain without any pain. Realize that.
that is absolutely 100% true. And before this, we started this thing. I asked her about seven ways to happy, and she told me one more. Seema ji told me one more thing, and that is write every day that I am the happiest creator.
Yes,
Yes.
that's great. That's I mean, this thing I write every day. I keep telling them, I said, the first thing when I get up in the morning, I say, I'm the happiest person.
I'm the
And
happiest
recently, I
person.
just logged in to a game in the Facebook, and they said, we give you the certificate of the happiest person in the world. And that made me so happy. Okay, I was thinking that the universe is giving it to me as an award. Why not take it? And be happy
True.
also. See, it's a
True.
moment you're creating for yourself, and you're doing nothing. Just a small thought which is giving you a happiness, right?
See,
So
the way our brain works in neuroscience, it says that how our brain works is our brain works on associations. So if I
yes,
associate my today with unhappiness, sad emotions, guilty, and all those negative emotions and limiting beliefs, this is how in future my brain is going to work, right?
that becomes a cycle
Exactly.
also.
It will become a downward spiral.
Yeah,
It will lead me in the same direction. So if I want to change my future, I'll have to change the decisions I take today. So today I
yes,
have to be happy. So I associate happiness with my life. I associate happiness, calmness, pretty, beautiful, everything good and good emotions with things around. So that in future I become more happy. I only
but
attract happiness.
one more thing I would really like to say, what you give comes back to you, which I really
Thousandfold.
believe. What you sow, so shall you reap. So I believe in that and that philosophy. So if I compliment you, I know you're going to give me a compliment. So that creates a chain of happiness. And if I say, oh, Khushbu, you're so bad. So that gets a negative vibe in you. What do you think of
What do you
yourself?
think of yourself?
Yeah. So just create that chain of happiness.
Enough
It's-
happiness.
I mean, you have to give those vibes to each and everyone. And which I really believe, what you give, you get it back.
I
So that's
attended
life
a
is a
workshop.
circle. It's a
It is
circle.
a circle. It's a circle. I attended
Yeah.
a workshop last in last lockdown, in the first lockdown 1.0, and that workshop, taught us that that there was an activity that says every day, make it a point that every day compliment one person who you meet, and a genuine compliment. So I thought, why not? And then I started complimenting every day one person, and my tribe has gone wild. My networking has automatically gone wild.
I must tell you that it has become my natural habit. When I meet a person, I just look at the positive. I mean, every person has a positive and negative sides. Like we accept our parents, we accept everybody. So I don't know. I have that habit of looking into the positives, and I just look at what I can learn from her and what are positives. So what happens? I keep complimenting her, and the other person feels so proud. And what happens is that the chain continues. She gives me back in return, and I just get the positives and I learn and I grow. So I think that's a beautiful thing which you should invite each and every person. Accept each and every person in your family. Okay, this is the best person. Accept the positives, and then negatives just disappear. Because if I give you a compliment, you will like you to the best person in my eyes. So you will just go away with your negatives and come out as to be a best person, right?
True,
You want to show the best part of yourself and you work on that. So I
true.
think you bring out the best in each and every person. So that makes you happy, right?
That
So the
makes
circle around you is a happy circle,
happy
and that creates a happiness circle.
happiness. I think this has brought us to I think, to the end of 7 ways to remain happy, starting with one, be in the present. I'm sorry, I'm reading because I can't remember. So be in the present, then live each day as if this is just the beginning, and be like a child. Break your
What about
chains.
gratitude? You forgot
No,
gratitude.
no, no, it's there in my list. It's in the last.
Oh my, that should be the first thing. That should be the first thing.
So break your chains and limiting beliefs. I am the happiest creator. So write this affirmation every single day. Write gratitudes and value people. And next is seek knowledge and upskill yourself. I think that is more important because the more knowledge you'll gain, the more you will upskill yourself, the more opportunities will open. And the more the opportunities, the more confidence will you gain. And more internal motivation will come. So more confidence, more internal motivation, more skill, more knowledge. Ultimately, you're going to be the creator. Ultimately, the creator of happiness. What's going to stop you? So on that note, I would like to thank Seema ji.
We
Thank you
are
so
all
much.
unstoppable. We are
We
all
are all
unstoppable.
unstoppable. We are all unstoppable. So thank you for coming in. Thank you for telling us this. And we are going to bring you back for meditation, for more happiness, for many, 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 many things, for pranic healing, for what can I call you? I think I can call you for everything.
Master of all trades, because I give it 200%. But I must
Yeah,
thank you, Khushbu, for inviting me. And I just had a wonderful
it
session
was
with you.
my honor. I
Yeah.
learned so much, so much. You gave
It's
me a reason to
likewise.
smile again.
Yeah, it's likewise. Even I'm learning from you.
Thank you so much.
Thank you.